Now, viewers, moving on to our next news story, a very peculiar situation indeed has unfolded in the national capital. Aam Aadmi Party's Member of Parliament in the Rajya Sabha, the feisty Swati Maliwal, made 2 distress calls to the Civil Lines police station in Delhi this morning. The Republic Network has exclusively accessed the registry of the police, and in that registry, the first call quoted a lady making an assault complaint. The second call is also mentioned in the diary that a lady was assaulted by Arvind Kejriwal's personal assistant, Bibhav Kumar. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the screen there on that wall. The question is, what happened to Swati? Swati Maliwal visited the police station and said, and this is information I have, and said that she will file a complaint after her medical examination. But instead she left and did not return. Very shady stuff going on there. No complaint has been filed yet by Maliwal, even as a distress call was made. What's the mystery? What happened to Swati? Ladies and gentlemen, here's the story, then we debate.
He is out of jail, but not away from trouble. Rajya Sabha MP Swati Maliwal, seen as close to Kejriwal, claims to have been assaulted at the Chief Minister's house this morning.
At 9:34 a.m. around in the morning, we received a PCR call wherein the caller said that she has been assaulted inside the CM residence. Accordingly, local police responded to the call and SHO and the local police reached at the spot. After some time, MP Madam Swati Maliwal ji came to police station Civil Lines. She left the police station without giving any complaints.
In her first phone call to the police at 9:34 a.m., Maliwal alleged she was assaulted by Kejriwal's PA, Bibhav Kumar, in Kejriwal's presence. Republic also accessed the diary entry at the Civil Lines police station. Seen in this note, police making a correction in the diary entry, making no mention of Kejriwal's presence. Delhi police claims that Maliwal told them she would file a complaint later, but never returned. The BJP has questioned the Aam Aadmi Party government's ability to protect women of Delhi when a former Delhi Commission for Women chief was not safe.
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की मौजूदगी में उनके उकसाने पर उनके ओएसडी ने स्वाति मालिवाल जी पर हाथ उठाया है, उनके साथ दुर्व्यवहार करा है, अभद्र व्यवहार करा है। अगर ये सच है तो भाजपा इसकी कड़ी निंदा करती है। ये शर्मसार करने वाली बात है और इसमें जवाबदेही बनती है माननीय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की।
Republic tried getting a comment from Aam Aadmi Party Minister Kailash Gehlot. He refused to comment.
What do you have to say about Swati Maliwal's case? Where is Bibhav Kumar? Where is Swati Maliwal, sir?
I am not aware about the issues, so hence I am not going to. No, I am not going to comment on that. I was not there in the moment.
The NCW has also launched an inquiry into the alleged assault. Aam Aadmi Party hasn't said a word on the assault distress call, and mysteriously, Swati Maliwal has also gone silent tonight.
Basuri Swaraj of the BJP. She says that Kejriwal instigated his OSD to slap Swati Maliwal. Now that's really sensational stuff if it happened. Basuri, how do you know that happened? How do you know, Basuri, that Kejriwal told his OSD, Bibhav Kumar, go and slap Swati Maliwal? People say that's a fictional story you're putting out. How do you know? What's your source?
Good evening, Arnab. This is, if you know that this is basically something which was presented in the media. There were not one but actually multiple calls which were made. The first entry, the PCR entry, was that it was at the behest of Mr. Kejriwal at his official residence that Mr. Kejriwal's OSD assaulted Ms. Maliwal. It is the police that also admits that later on a second call was made and allegedly a correction, quote unquote, a correction was made. These are not my versions, Arnab. These are all versions which were actually presented by the police in the media. And you know what is very concerning It's almost been 11 hours. And not a single member of the Aam Aadmi Party has come out and explained. It is normally said, Monam Swikrati Lakshanam. I want to ask them, why is not a single member of the Aam Aadmi Party coming out and speaking and clarifying what is the situation?
But
and this is not the first time that this
But shouldn't Swati Maliwal herself come out and explain? Basuri, shouldn't Swati Maliwal also come and speak to the media? That's extremely strange that after allegedly making 2 calls, she's sort of untraceable. She's not talking at all. What's going on there?
She should, and that is why since morning, every member of the BJP has been encouraging her to come out and speak. Divorce political differences, divorce ideological differences. The Bharatiya Janata Party always stands for women, especially if they are being victimized with any kind of violence.
But is she on your side
Arnab,
politically? Because now a lot of people are switching loyalties before a general election. A lot of people, Basuri, are switching loyalties before a general election. Generally being speculated that Swati Maliwal is also sort of on the BJP side, has not been very stridently speaking for Kejriwal in the time that he's in jail. So she's a proxy for you.
Arnab, we cannot politicize an issue when it comes to violence against women. And let me tell you, this is a habit and it's a pattern. Are you forgetting that in 2018, the then Chief Secretary of Delhi was physically assaulted by an Aam Aadmi Party sitting MLA at the official CM residence in the presence of the Honorable Chief Minister? It seems that the bureaucracy is not safe. Their own women MPs are not safe. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is answerable. How will he ensure the safety of women in Delhi? And what kind of an administration is he running?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Basuri, you know that all this runs the risk of Swati Maliwal coming out and saying that Basuri Swaraj is making all of this up. You know? I know you're a high-profile BJP candidate out there.
I'll tell you what,
but you know, what if she comes out and says, no, nothing like that happened to me? Basuri made it up to gain brownie points in the middle of her first parliamentary campaign.
No, that's a very unfair comment, Arnab. First of all, I'm not talking through my hat. There is a PCR entry. You also have access to it. I actually came out and spoke in her support only after the media broke this. It's not about sensationalizing it, and I'll be very honest. I do not need to sensationalize my political campaign. I am running a very positive campaign on Modi ji ki guarantee. But I'm telling you, if a sitting member of parliament, Swati Maliwal, has been assaulted by the OSD of the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi, then this is a very serious issue.
No, it will become.
And divorce differences of political ideology, we ought to come and support her.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think Kejriwal should talk about it. Basuri, we'll track your campaign. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And Piyush Joshi, you back the Aam Aadmi Party, but this is reprehensible that after this incident, Kejriwal is quiet. I think it's unacceptable. He should explain what happened. And if his private assistant has assaulted or allegedly slapped Swati Maliwal, then he should sack him. He should have sacked him anyway because of Liquorgate, but yeah.
Arnab, you know, he should explain which incidents. You know, this incidents could be, you know, true, could be just, you know, a couple of hoax calls. So we don't know whether it was Ms. Maliwal who actually made the calls or not. We don't know. She has not lodged a formal FIR. I'm sure the Civil Lines Police Department must be having CCTV cameras installed in the police station. And if Ms. Maliwal went out there and she tried to register a complaint, then those CCTV cameras feed should be available to us. So, you know, how do I perceive this as an Aam Aadmi Party supporter? Of course, I'm a supporter of Aam Aadmi Party.
No, but I want to know which woman was assaulted. Okay, now you're saying, okay, fine. Grid, please, incomplete. I'm saying that as per the information with us, Swati Maliwal reaches the house at 9:10 a.m. She wants to meet the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister's personal staff deny it. There is some argument, and then the next is there's a phone call to the police at 9:31. The call is transferred to the North Control Room at 9:34. 11 hours have passed.
Arnab ji, it could be anyone from the BJP IT cell making the call, for God's sake. How do we know unless and until the matter is investigated thoroughly? And there's one more thing which I want to clarify. Yesterday Mr. Kejriwal made a fiery speech. He made some very pertinent questions. He asked certain very important questions to Mr. Narendra Modi and to Mr. Amit Shah. So it is all a diversionary tactic, which I presume employed by the BJP. Let's to divert attention from the real topic.
Let's get Sanju on the other side. Sanju, they are saying that since Swati Maliwal herself has not come out and said anything, this is all completely speculative, and the BJP has jumped the gun.
Let's be very clear about some facts. First and foremost, it is now amply evident that there were 2 calls which were made from the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's residence. Point number 2, both these phone calls were made from Swati Maliwal's phone. So my limited point is this: it cannot be pure coincidence, it cannot be the BJP IT cell's wild imagination that 2 desperate and frantic phone calls are made from Swati Maliwal's phone to the Delhi police, and she clearly says that she was assaulted by the Chief Minister and his secretary Bibhav Kumar, who in any case has a pretty tarnished track record. Point number 2, you tell me, has any IT cell walia of BJP got access to Swati Maliwal's phone? And tell me one more thing, why is it that no Aam Aadmi Party spokespersons are participating, and I mean official spokespersons, on this particular issue? Because otherwise Atishi, Saurabh Bhardwaj, Raghav Chadda, who's been sitting in London since March this year, they have an opinion on everything under the sun. Why has Arvind Kejriwal not issued a clarification? Why has Rabdi Devi 2.0, as in Sunita Kejriwal, not issued a clarification? Because otherwise Arvind Kejriwal तो हर चीज में उछल कर क्लैरिफिकेशन देते हैं. सुनीता केजरीवाल ने तो अपने पति अरविंद केजरीवाल को स्वतंत्र सेनानी भी घोषित कर दिया था. Are you telling me that the 2 phone calls made from Swati Maliwal's phone are a figment of BJP's imagination? Answer that limited point. Please don't try and fool the public, because we can see through your charade. We can see through the bunch of charlatans that you guys are.
Okay, so now you asked me a question, let me respond to that. You asked why is Mr. Kejriwal not responding, why is Atishi not responding, why is Saurabh Bhardwaj not responding? There has to be an issue to clarify. There is no official complaint, there is no official FIR, there is no press note released on behalf of Ms. Maliwal. So do you want them to respond to every ludicrous and preposterous charge that the BJP is making? I fail to understand how this is going to happen. So let an official complaint be launched if this kind of incidences happen. Unless and until BJP has no issue in Delhi when it comes to the issues of governance, Mr. Kejriwal has proven himself a tremendous success. So the BJP is trying to create diversion as always, like Mangal Sutra, like Bhais and like whatnot. So this is another issue just to divert attention from yesterday's massive campaign inauguration by Mr. Kejriwal once again. That's all.
No, there may be a massive campaign. One minute. My question is, okay, tomorrow, briefly, please. Tomorrow, if the FIR is filed by Swati Maliwal, if she comes out in public, then what? Because AAPS talked about protecting women's safety. And if
FIR is filed, if FIR is filed, then definitely go ahead and investigate the matter. Who's stopping you from investigating the matter? But then you will have to observe very closely as to how Ms. Maliwal is going to behave thereafter after elections. Whether or not she goes and joins BJP, that is also something that you have to watch.
So you don't trust your own member of parliament?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying we are all in the imaginary land, So let certain imagination be converted to facts, and then I'll respond.
87% people QR code voting. 87% people feel Kejriwal should explain. Sanju.
Thank you. Arnab, I just want to say very quickly, because I know you don't like these lengthy interjections, especially by Sanju Verma. 2016, there was a man who was the Minister for Social Welfare under Arvind Kejriwal. Do you remember his name or not? You have a great memory. He was caught in the sex CD scam. His name was Sandeep Kumar. First, Arvind Kejriwal said, "Aisa kuch hua hi nahi." Arvind Kejriwal had the sex CD with him for more than 45 days. When media pressure mounted, Arvind Kejriwal removed Sandeep Kumar as the Minister of Social Welfare in 2016. In 2016, an FIR was filed against Somnath Bharti by his own wife for domestic violence. And guess what? After serving jail time, when Somnath Bharti comes out, Arvind Kejriwal makes him the Delhi Jal Board chief. Then let us talk about 2019. Aam Aadmi Party MLA from Rithala constituency, Mohinder Goel, accused of rape. Now you listen, I did not heckle you. Mohinder Goel.
You did, you indeed.
Prakash Jarwal.
Oh, you indeed did.
Tawir Hussain, Sandeep Kumar, Premoday Khaka. The biggest name I want to talk about is Premoday Khaka. Mr. Joshi, I did not heckle you. शांत हो जाइए. You will get your turn.
आप मैडम non-stop
You will
heckle
get your
करते हो, क्या
turn.
बात कर रहे हो आप? You are the biggest heckler of all.
अरे आप अभी थोड़ा चुप हो जाइए, शांत हो जाइए. Yes. और do you know?
Yes.
स्वाति मालीवाल यदि नरेंद्र मोदी के खिलाफ कोई इल्जाम लगाती, today heavens would have come down, and these guys would have said स्वाति मालीवाल तो राजा हरीश चंद्र का चौथा अवतार है. यदि स्वाति मालीवाल अमित शाह के खिलाफ कोई इल्जाम लगाती,
Rajwal Revanna, are you still supporting JDA?
स्वाति मालीवाल.
Are you still supporting JDS after the Rajwal Revanna fiasco?
Shame on you. Shame
Are
on
they
you.
still your alliance partner or not?
You're sitting here and defending Kejriwal.
What about Ajay Mishra Teni?
A sexual molester.
Did his son not
On the Motorola.
Shame on you.
On the Motorola moment, Bharat Desai says, why has Swati Maliwal gone silent all of a sudden? Is she being threatened? Chagan Kaushik says it's been 11 hours and no one from AAP has clarified it. Chirag Pandey says Atushi is usually the whistleblower. Where is she in the Swati Maliwal case? That's on the Motorola moment. Ladies and gentlemen, as I wrap up that debate, I need to talk a little bit about the way I think Delhi elections are going, because there's a lot of hype. I know Lutyens media being Lutyens media, anything that happens in Lutyens becomes the #1 story in the country. They don't care what happens in Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana, Assam, Rajasthan. They just black it out. But anything happens in Delhi is the biggest thing. So viewers, first of all, the way I look at it, and I have reserved comment on this since Arvind Kejriwal came out of jail temporarily. The way I look at it, the BJP's hold over all 7 seats in Delhi is too strong to be influenced by any mild sympathy factor that Kejriwal may get, because he's been in and out of jail. You see, viewers, the BJP's vote share in Delhi is almost 50%. In India, you win elections when you get anywhere over 35-36% vote. So, unless there is a 10 to 12% or even an 8 to 12% significant swing away from the BJP and a 10% swing for the consolidated Kejriwal and Vadra Congress coalition, there may be variation of vote share, if at all, but the eventual result in Delhi will be unaffected. Delhi will continue to be BJP dominated in terms of representation in the Lok Sabha. Now, this does not mean that Kejriwal will not be able to bring his core voters together. When he comes out of jail, when he campaigns, he'll get his core voter together. But it's also likely that the Congress and the AAP voters may partially go to the BJP because they are unhappy with the alliance of 2 unlikely partners. So, and I know this is an unconventional view. What the Lutyens media is telling you about Delhi is wrong. My conviction is that the AAP plus Congress will not be able to influence the fact that when it comes to who the Prime Minister should be, the majority of people, the vast majority of people in Delhi will be with Narendra Modi. That's the way I see it, viewers. So, you know, forget all these mathematical calculations. They just don't know. Viewers, you see these YouTubers know nothing about journalism, know nothing about numbers. They pick up 1 or 2 books, then they want to put +1 together and they want to teach you politics. Don't listen to them, viewers. Most of them are absolutely reckless.